The disastrous sinking of the 184-foot luxury yacht Bayesian, resulting in the loss of 7 lives among the 22 individuals on board, has attracted noteworthy public attention. Chris Freer, a veteran yacht builder with 5 decades in the industry, has offered his insights regarding the elements that led to this unfortunate incident. In this video, we delve into his evaluation and the essential lessons that can be derived from this disaster. We will also provide a detailed discussion into the grave aftermath, including what the rescue team found when they recovered the bodies, as well as autopsy reports, which provide great insight into the circumstances surrounding their deaths. The magnificent but risky design of Bayesian. Bayesian was not a typical yacht. At 56 meters long, it boasted the second tallest mast globally, reaching 75 meters. Its sophisticated design included a lifting keel, allowing the yacht to maneuver through shallow waters. When fully lowered, the keel rendered a draft of 9.83 meters. When raised, the draft decreased to 4 meters. The keel plays an essential part in stabilizing a yacht by counteracting the heeling effect created by the wind on its sails. Nonetheless, Freer highlights that as yachts increase in size, the principles of their design evolve. Longer yachts necessitate less sail area to produce adequate power, but superyacht owners tend to favor aesthetics and prestige over effective stability. These vessels are frequently designed with overly large masts to convey size and opulence, with insufficient focus on how these design elements may compromise safety. A race for prestige. Freer underscores the competitive landscape of superyacht ownership, where size, speed, expense, and visual allure are paramount in design priorities. He asserts that Bayesian's lofty mast and grand sail plan signified more about image than practicality. If the yacht had been conceived with a more modest mast and sail area, it might not have attracted so much attention, but it would have been more secure. Superyacht designers and owners frequently sacrifice practical stability for visual splendor, motivated by the ambition to possess the most striking vessel. The outcome is a fragile balance, particularly when extreme situations, such as those encountered by Bayesian, arise. The role of the lifting keel in stability. Freer, who specializes in designing and building yachts equipped with lifting keels, clarifies that stability stems from both hull design and the ballast keel, which operates similarly to a pendulum. As the yacht leans under wind thrust, the submerged hull creates buoyancy that counters additional tilting, while the keel mitigates the heeling force. The longer the keel, the more adept it is at preserving stability. However, when Bayesian's keel was retracted, its efficacy plummeted, removing 6 meters of leverage from its projected 200-ton ballast bulb. This stability loss was a significant element in the yacht's capsizing. Freer accentuates the necessity of determining a yacht's stability, frequently depicted as the righting lever, or GZ curve. This curve illustrates the correlation between heel angle and stability, pinpointing the moment when the yacht becomes unstable and vulnerable to capsizing. For the majority of ocean-going yachts, stability begins to decline negatively at approximately 120 degrees of heel. In lifting keel yachts, however, this safety margin can diminish to below 90 degrees. A freak twister, the catalyst for disaster. On the day of Bayesian's unfortunate sinking, the weather report did not indicate the severe conditions that eventually caused the disaster. This is because it is likely that the storm was triggered by a waterspout, which is notoriously difficult to predict and can form rapidly under specific atmospheric conditions, often eluding standard forecasting models. The Bayesian incident occurred when an abrupt and fierce weather event struck. Freer compares the circumstance to a tornado he previously observed in Sydney Harbour, which was merely 30 meters in diameter but inflicted severe localized damage. Tornadoes generate powerful, multi-directional wind forces, and a comparable occurrence likely overwhelmed Bayesian. Even with sails down, a yacht's rigging remains exposed to windage, especially on a vessel as sizable as Bayesian. The yacht's immense mast, various furling sails, a substantial boom containing the furled mainsail, and multiple communication domes all contributed to its vulnerability. Freer points out that the wind pressure coefficient WPC, a measurement of wind force acting on the rig, would have been remarkably high in such conditions. This force likely surpassed Bayesian stability threshold, particularly with the keel retracted. The sequence of the capsize. Once the wind pushed Bayesian past its stability threshold, the situation became irrevocable. With the yacht lying flat on the water, openings in the deck permitted water to rush in swiftly, leading to its sinking within moments. Freer rules out lightning as a contributing factor, noting that modern yachts are effectively grounded against strikes. Even substantial damage from lightning would result in a slow sinking rather than an instant capsize and rapid flooding. Freer theorizes that some crew members, sensing the shifting wind and movement, might have attempted to respond. However, the rapidity of the event allowed little opportunity for action. Guests in the cabins, unfamiliar with the disorienting conditions of a capsized yacht, would have found escape nearly unachievable. Flooding, darkness, and the sudden inclination of passageways created an atmosphere beyond their understanding or ability to navigate. The aftermath. Part 1. Recovery efforts. Following the incident, rescue operations were promptly initiated. Divers from the fire and rescue services faced significant challenges due to the depth at which the yacht rested and obstructions within the vessel. Despite these obstacles, they successfully recovered 6 bodies from the yacht's interior between August 21st and 23rd. The victims were found in cabins on the left side of the yacht, suggesting they sought refuge there during the sinking. Part 2. Autopsy reports. Initial autopsy results indicated that 4 of the victims died from asphyxiation rather than drowning. The absence of water in their lungs suggested they suffocated as the air became saturated with carbon dioxide. This implies that the victims were trapped in air pockets within the yacht, leading to dry drowning. Further examinations revealed that the victims, except for the cook, were found in cabins on the left-hand side of the vessel. This positioning indicates they may have been searching for remaining air pockets as the yacht sank. The onboard chef's initial examinations indicated death by drowning, differing from the asphyxiation findings of the other victims. These findings underscore the harrowing conditions faced by those trapped inside the Bayesian during its rapid sinking, highlighting the challenges in escaping the vessel and the tragic outcomes that ensued. Pushing the limits of human ability. Freer contemplates his experience as a yacht designer and builder, alongside insights from his son, a professional navigator who has served on comparable superyachts. He explains that vessels like Bayesian are so massive that they challenge human handling, even with sophisticated machinery. The quest for increasingly larger and more extravagant yachts, fueled by ego and competition, has pushed designs to extremes, frequently at the cost of practicality and safety.